You know, people ask me, Kris, why do I need to invest my money? And I'm like, well, for starters, inflation is eating it alive. I mean, with 62% of Americans living check to check, you take the little you got, you put it in the bank, and it's literally just like whittling it down into nothing. It's one of the dumbest things people do. But today I'm going to share with you two of my favorite investments, what I think you should be doing with your money, especially right now. One shot, not a future, make sure it's go. Today we are going to have the conversation on why you need to invest. And it should be pretty obvious. Right now, inflation is eroding all money that you have in a 401k, an IRA, your savings account, the stock market. Bottom line, if you have soft assets that is not invested, it is being eaten alive. Check it out. This is $10,000. This is basically 100 Benjamins. And you know what? This is the average amount of money in the US person's bank account right now. By the way, why do we have $10,000 sitting in there anyway? Check this out. $1 in 1983, rewind the clock 40 years, is now worth $3.08 today. The dollar had an average inflation rate of 2.85% per year between 1983 and today. By the way, the last couple of years, it's been like 4, 5, 6, even up to 8%, producing a cumulative price increase of 208%. This means that today's prices are 3 times as high as average prices since 1983, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index. So let me give you a little bit of perspective on this. The average home in 1983, guess what it sold for? $47,000, and yet today, $416,000. That's a 785% increase in home prices. If the dollar has lost value by 200%, but real estate has gone up by almost 800%. Notice that this is 4 times higher than this. What that essentially means is that literally when you buy a home and compare it to a dollar, this performs 4 times better over time than this. So why would you keep $10,000 in the bank? Kris Krohn, investing is scary. Why would I want to do that? Well, there's a couple of really big reasons. The first one is inflation, right? The average inflation rate per year is around 3.8%, which means that even small investments like a 401k or an IRA will barely outpace inflation. In other words, the growth that you get on your stock account is almost equivalent to the loss of the value of the dollar, which means that it's like I'm running a marathon, I take 3 steps, and then I take 3 steps back. Imagine doing that for 10 hours. Where would you be? At the starting line. But there is another reason to invest, and it's called financial freedom. And I don't mean like, oh, I want to get rich and I want to have private jets like Kris and I want to like travel the world like in fanciness. Financial freedom is like, someone free me from the freaking rat race. Get me out of this system. Things are most likely going to keep getting worse, and investing early, it is the best way to be prepared for difficult economic times. Being financially free will relieve the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. So no, this video is not about getting rich. It's literally, how do I just be okay financially? Because right now, someone is tearing the dollar down. I get it. Investing can be scary. But do you know what's scarier? Not investing. Let me share with you a couple of the places I like to stash cash that over time have proven to go up in value. Number 1, let's talk about business. We are dealing in the largest wealth transfer in history. The largest generation the world has ever seen is going to bed. Yes, I'm talking about the baby boomers, and in 7 years, the last one will be gone. Not dead, but retired. And guess what? There's trillions of dollars of businesses that they're just gonna slippity, 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 sly. Investing in a successful business can provide substantial financial rewards. If the business grows and becomes profitable, your initial investment can appreciate significantly. Time out, pause on this. I need to be really clear with you. There's a difference between starting a business and buying a business. And right now, I'm not talking about starting a business. Starting a business is like one of the hardest entrepreneurial journeys ever. Go buy someone's existing business. And by the way, there's not a lot of takers. Last year, only 1 in 15 businesses actually sold. There's a good chance you can strike a really great bargain by saying, hey, I'd like to buy your business. I don't got a lot of cash. Maybe I got no cash, but I will roll up my sleeves. I will get to work. And you might get what's called a seller finance deal. I want you to think about that because like most investments, a business investment can result in passive income every month. I want to buy your business. It has a history over the last decade of producing $10,000 left over every month after all the expenses are paid. Dude, who wouldn't want that business? Good business investments can result in an ROI of 8 to 10% while having the ability to reach up to 20%. And that's just if you're passively investing. If you own the thing and you're growing it, I can earn 500%, I can earn 5,000%. Krohn, I got the dough. Where am I supposed to put it? Like just in any kind of business? No, we're gonna talk franchise. So the average franchise costs about $150,000 to get into. Doesn't have to be your money, has to be someone else's money. And you know what? There's the government that will actually put up money for getting in, so you don't need that much. Only 7% of franchise owners, however, earn more than $250,000 a year, and 51% earn less than $50,000 a year. And to put that in context, like the average human being right now in America makes about $50,000 a year. So half of franchise owners, they're not exactly like making it rich, but you've got 7% that are killing it and the rest are gonna be somewhere in between. With half of franchise owners making less than $50,000 a year, it may seem like a very small payout, but there's something I want you to know. You know what's really cool about a franchise? Is that you can achieve something called absentee owner status. That means that the business has an operator, someone's there, and sure, maybe I'm one of the 50% and I'm only making $50,000 a year, but if it's not taking any of my time, how is that a bad thing? Building a business can be scary and success rates can be low. However, in the world of franchise, new business owners enter in with a much higher success rate, on average 80% higher. What that means is if I start a business from scratch, I'm just gonna tell you right now, like 90% of those businesses are gonna be closed in a decade. In franchise, it's almost swapped in the other way around. Someone else already invented the business. Someone else worked at it for years. They built their systems and their SOPs and they figured out how to get it to work in other locations. And now they're basically saying, shoot, I've got 5 locations. I wish I had 500. I'll never be able to do that in my lifetime. I wish there was a way I could incentivize other potential business owners to help me grow my very successful business. It's called a franchise. You get a small royalty off of each of their businesses and they get to keep the lion's share. Place I really like to put money is in the game of real estate. You know why? Remember earlier when I said, oh no, over the last 40 years, this amount of money lost 2/3 of its value. Guess what it does in real estate? The opposite. This amount of money becomes like this amount of money. Bad, good. Cash not good, real estate really awesome. Real estate provides cash flow appreciation. It can definitely be used to leverage into additional investments. You got tax benefits. Like of the entire US tax code, you realize that the #1 tax benefit period is for landowners. Like this is an ancient idea, like we want to own land and like, so you own real estate today and you're literally the best off. Like for example, if you were to buy a house at $300,000 and just wait 5 years, it goes up to $382,000. By the way, my predictions are much steeper than that. Bro, I do not have the time to go transact this real estate, inspect homes, or do real estate as a business. I got a family, I got a career. And that's why there's an option for you to actually partner with me. You see, I've got a host of real estate and a host of franchises. And one of the ways that I create value in the world is really simple. You've worked your buns off, you got some dough, and guess what? I got a team of experts that know how to grow it. If we come together and partner, imagine if we split the profits. If you want to know what that's like, if you want to meet some of the people that have made millions of dollars with me, if you want to learn about my track record on over $2 billion in real estate and business, click the link below. You can learn about real estate, you can learn about franchise. Let's go. Bro, is it me or is it getting just kind of hot in here? Check it out. If you don't know the simple math of making money in real estate, click right here, check out this video. Let me show you how good it is.